I think it's even 50-50. I wouldn't put money on either one because I think both guys have excellent stand-up. You know, I think Cain Velasquez is probably the better boxer, even though he does have great kicks, but great head movement, great combinations. But Werdum has that long kickboxing realm. He's a little bit more of a Muay Thai specialist, a little Dutchy, and you know, obviously we see him with great knees. He went out there and stood up with Travis Brown, really, who had reach and length on him, and really put on a clinic and stand-up. So both guys have really great stand-up. Neither one really has that one-punch knockout power. They've had them, but I don't think that's the first thing that comes to mind when you go toe-to-toe with them. Obviously, in the wrestling department, you have to give an advantage to Cain Velasquez, who's the best wrestler in the heavyweight division. But that being said, probably the worst guy to take down and put on his back would be Fabricio Werdum. I think he has the best guard in all of Jiu-Jitsu's heavyweight division in any organization. So to put him on his back, I mean, Fedor suffered to that mistake also. So you really have a really super interesting fight. And even though I think Cain Velasquez is known for such great cardio, Fabricio Werdum just has a hunger and a drive that few other guys have. And I'm not saying, I mean, Velasquez also has that drive, but what Werdum might not have in natural ability in the conditioning realm, he definitely makes up for the fact that very few heavyweights I can think of, or even athletes in any other weight class, work harder.
Cain and Werdum, you know, man, right now I just don't see anybody beating Cain. He's a freaking monster. You know, I remember watching him in college wrestling, and he was an amazing wrestler back then. And now to see him in a fighting, you know, I thought he was a lot smaller than he was, but that dude's a big guy. And Verdum's a big guy, but I don't think that he has the wrestling. He doesn't have the power that Cain does, and I think that's really what separates Cain from everybody in the heavyweight division, is that he can wrestle you or he can knock you out, you know, and if he doesn't knock you out, he might do it on the ground. So I think Verdum's got to really make sure that he chooses his submissions or his jiu-jitsu very wisely if he is going to try to play that game. But I'm going with Cain.
I'm going to go with Cain. Cain's a dominant heavyweight champ. His wrestling and his striking just make him, and he fights like a lightweight too. He's in your face nonstop. The pace he keeps is crazy for heavyweights. I'm gonna go with Cain.
I'm probably gonna go with Cain, unless because he's not gonna. It's not like the ground game is gonna be an issue unless Werdum can take Cain down, which I don't really see that happening. If Cain is on top, he's running, he's gone, he's escaping the guard, he's off on his feet, making him get back up, start working again. Werdum's made some real quality leaps in his striking abilities, but you know, there's going to be a lot of pressure from Cain at high pace.
Cain. I'm going with Cain because of his wrestling and his pressure and his conditioning. He's just really well-rounded, and he's going to push the pace coming forward, and I think he's going to take the fight.
First of all, I thought that Mark Hunt fight was great. You know, Mark was doing his thing. Props to Mark for always stepping up. Werdum was that guy, man. He just comes under the radar, you know. I mean, I heard of him, and, you know, we've seen him, but I don't think anybody's kind of respecting him. They're kind of respecting him now, like, this dude is pretty legit. I think his fight before Mark Hunt, I think it was Travis, I've never seen him like that. His hands was looking good. He was crisp. He went out there, and he was just poised and ready, and he's gotten a lot better. But Cain, a heavyweight that's just constantly in your face, wrestling, punching, switching position, not giving you time to breathe. I don't know how that might go, but at the same time, you can't look under Werdum's ground game. So it should be interesting, man, because Cain is in your face.
You know what? I got a chance to watch Cain Velasquez as a college wrestler. I was at UC Davis. He was at Arizona State. Always impressed with that guy. For a big guy, he really knows how to push the pace. He's got a lot of heart, and it's carried over in his fight career. He's the champ. I think that's who it is.
I think it's a tough fight. I think Cain kind of has to do what he does and punch and get on the inside and kind of like bruise him. Be in his face the whole time. I think if he gets stuck on the outside, I think could be a problem for him. Or if he's not active in the guard, with ground and pound, it could be a problem. So I think he would have to stay active the entire fight, but I could see him pulling it off.
On this one, I'm going for Werdum, man. Werdum got a lot of tools. I feel like if Cain was to get him down, he's gonna have to get him down, hold him down, and if he holds him down, he's gonna have to deal with his jits, you know. And I believe that Verdum's jits is a lot better than Cain's. But on the other hand, Werdum has great stand-up now, you know. His stand-up has improved leaps and bounds, you know, since he fought Alistair Overeem back in Strikeforce. So, you know, he's a complete, total different fighter. And you know, anybody who can drop Hunt and finish Hunt is a beast. You know, so I'm going for Werdum on that fight.
Cain Velasquez, smash him everywhere. Ground and pound, wrestling, conditioning. Cain Velasquez another level. His conditioning is crazy. I don't know. His conditioning lightweight, featherweight, but he heavyweight. For me, Cain Velasquez #1 pound for pound, and Cain Velasquez 100%. Only one lucky punch. Only.
I'm going with Cain. They're big guys though. You always never know what can happen with the heavyweights because they're so big and they have that knockout power. But Cain Velasquez.
I don't even think the fight's going to be close. It's going to be Cain. And the longer the fight goes, it's going to be worse for Werdum.
I don't think anybody can hang with Cain, but I think Werdum really can make a pretty good argument for it. It'll be interesting, but I think Cain is just entirely too stubborn to allow himself to get tired and change his tempo into a slower tempo. So I'll say a war of attrition and Cain wins.
I really like Fabricio Werdum in that one. I've trained with him before. I didn't do much to him, but he's just a very goofy guy, and I would go for Fabricio.
Cain Velasquez versus Werdum is going to be a good one, but I think Cain's just going to smash. Cain Velasquez is he's an animal. He's on another level. You saw what he did at Junior, and that says it for itself. I don't think Werdum's on that level of aggression. He can't take that much pressure, I don't think.